What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness, across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder, said toxic people, said toxic traits. Today's episode is going to be about the one question that narcissists ask themselves all the time before they do something, before they take action. The number one question: how does this serve me? And most narcissistic people are going to ask themselves that question: how does this serve me? Before we dig into today's episode, y'all, make sure you hop on over to Amazon, take a look at my self-love journal. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, available on Amazon, helps you rebuild that self-love and authenticity and identity after a toxic relationship space. But yeah, y'all, how does this serve me? Me. That's literally how it goes. You know, just in that space right there. That's it. That's literally it. How does this serve me? Before I take action, before I do anything, that question pops up into my head. Before I do something for my kids, before I do something for my wife, before I do something for anybody, how does this serve me? And I know people are going to ask, like, well, Lee, did that same question pop up into your head right now? Yeah, it does. But like, I've been in therapy for 6 years, so I understand that it's not always about me and how does this serve me. I'm doing things, you know, because I love my kids, I love my family, I love my wife, you know. It is how it goes right there. So how does this serve me? It's a question, y'all. That's the question. When you're dealing with a narcissistic person and you're trying to communicate with them and you're trying to negotiate with them and you're trying to co-parent with them, or you're trying to do something, you're just trying to exist with them, you're trying to live with them, you're trying to survive with them. Hey, y'all, that's the question that a narcissist is asking themselves. How does this serve me? How? Right now, in this moment, how does this serve me? Because that's what most narcissistic people are always wondering, y'all. How does this serve me? And you, like I said, if you're dealing with a narcissistic person, ask yourself that question. Ask yourself the other side of that question. How does this serve them? Because before a narcissist takes action on most things, they see how it benefits them. They see how it's going to affect them in a positive way. They see what they can get from this. Very rarely do you get a narcissist that does something from the kindness of their own heart, from the genuineness of their own heart, from coming from a level of empathy and compassion. Very rarely does that happen. Most times it's self-serving. It's a self-serving action. So to communicate with a narcissist, to live with a narcissist, that's one of the questions you need to ask yourself. How does this serve them? That's how you do it, y'all. Because people ask me, like, how do I communicate with them better? How do I negotiate? How do I get them to do this? How do I get them to do that? Yeah, it has to benefit them in some way, shape, or form, or at least they have to feel like it benefits them in some way, shape, or form. They have to feel like there's a benefit to them doing this. They have to feel like there's a benefit for them to do that. You see what I'm saying? They have to feel like there's some type of benefit associated with this situation right here. They just have to. It has to benefit them. Most narcissists are going to be self-serving people. Me first, you second, me first, me second, me third, maybe you fourth, maybe me fourth. You see what I'm saying? Ask yourself that question, because like that's one of the best ways to communicate with a narcissist is to see how it benefits them. Make them think that it's their idea. Make them think that it's benefiting them. I know you're gonna say, like, Lee, that sounds like manipulation. Yo, sometimes you have to play the game with narcissistic people. I know you want to be safe and calm. I don't want to stoop to their level. Yo, you're not stooping to their level. You're finding a way to communicate with them in a way that's beneficial to you. This is how it goes. Literally, you're finding a way to communicate with them. You just are. That's one of them things. That's one of those spaces that you have to be inside of right there. You know, how does this benefit me? How does this benefit them? you have to get inside the mind of a narcissistic person. That's the number one question. It took me a while to come up with that question right there. I was like, what's the number one thing that goes into my mind? And it's just like the stuff that I have done years before I got on social media, it always had to benefit me. Very rarely did I do something that didn't affect me in a positive way. Very rarely. Even like I said, even showing some type of cognitive empathy, had to serve me in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Sir, being honest with you, the empathy. Having more empathy nowadays serves me more. It still serves me. Having empathy serves me. How does this serve me? How does having empathy serve me? It helps me connect to people more. It helps me be a better human being. So it still affects me in a positive way. You see, I have to have those conversations with myself. I have to, being a self-aware narcissist, I have to literally not just, I have to negotiate with myself on certain things. I have to empower myself. I have to do a lot of this stuff to be as safe and to be as strong as I possibly can. You know what I mean? How? But think about it again, y'all. How does this serve me at the end of the day? It has to benefit them in some way, shape, or form. So ask yourself that question, y'all. That's how you get better at communicating with them. That's how you get better at dealing with narcissistic people. You have to think on their level, and that's how you not only think on their level. That's how you get ahead of them. That's how you try to stay one step ahead of them. How did this serve me? And sometimes with narcissists, self-destruct. I already know where y'all gonna go. But sometimes they self-destruct their own lives. They blow their own lives up. So how's your role? How did that serve them blowing their own life up? How did that serve them leaving their family? Self-destruction is still serving them. This is the mindset of some narcissists right here, y'all. If my life is going to fall apart, which I am anticipating on it falling apart. If my life is going to fall apart, then guess what? I want to be the person who makes it fall apart. I want to be the person who kind of tears it down brick by brick. You see what I'm saying? I want to be that person, not you. I don't want to give you the satisfaction of having any type of power or control over me. So I go about it this way. I need to be the one who does this. I need to be the one who says that. I need to be the one. If my life is going to explode, I have my hand on the detonator. I blew it up. So it's still serving them. Even when they destroy their own lives, it's still serving them. At least I did it. You didn't do it. You didn't take me down. I took me down. You didn't break up with me. I broke up with you. Even though I cheated on you, I did something horrible to you. I broke up with you. You see what I'm saying? I did what I had to do to protect my egos. And their ego, narcissist ego is so damn big and fragile. It's like the narcissist ego is bigger than the damn Eiffel Tower. It's bigger than the what's that building in New York? Is it the Eiffel Tower in New York? No, Eiffel Tower's not in New York. I'm stupid. Huh? The biggest skyscraper in New York. It's bigger than that right there. You mean biggest building in New York? It's gonna bother me. The Empire State Building, one World Trade Center. That's the biggest building. But I was thinking about the Empire State Building. Is the narcissist ego is bigger than the Empire State Building, but it's made of flimsy, thin glass. A pebble could break it. You see this big, huge ego, but a pebble the size of a quarter or a nickel could break it. You see what I'm saying? It's a huge ego, but it's fragile. So I need to protect this huge, fragile ego. I'm not going to let you throw a pebble and break my building down. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to just slam the door. I'm going to slam the door really hard on the bottom floor. It's going to make everything else come crashing down. So ask yourself that question, y'all, when you're trying to deal with a narcissist, when you're trying to co-parent with them, when you're trying to negotiate with them at the at the divorce table or any type of mediation or something like that. Ask yourself that question. How does this serve them? Because that's the question that they are asking themselves. How does this serve me? It has to be of a benefit. For a narcissist to take action, there has to be some type of benefit. There has to be some type of benefit to it. So a lot of times you have to make it seem like it's benefiting them. Make it seem like there's a benefit to showing up on time for the kids' exchanges. Make it sound like it's a benefit for them to give you the house and the cars or whatever. Make it sound like it's a benefit for them to walk away from make it seem like it's beneficial to them. And I don't know how that works for your own specific situation, because everybody's situation is so different. But you have to make it seem like this option is your idea and it works good for you. You see what I'm saying? That's how you have to think sometimes. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds super toxic sometimes, but that's the mindset of a lot of narcissistic people right there, y'all. You have to make it feel like it comes from their own mind. Like they harvested this idea from their own garden. Even though you planted the seed and you watered it, they harvested it. It has to be their harvest. You planted the seed on their farm. You watered it. You put the fertilizer on it. You you aerated the soil. You did everything, but they harvested it. They harvested your little idea plant. You know what I mean? But that's how it goes, though, y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter, y'all. My kids' book is wrapping up. Will be done in the next couple of days. My kids' book is be done in the next couple of days. People who follow the newsletter will get a sneak peek at it. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, y'all, Mental Illness is out. Peace. What is going on, beautiful people? Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video, watching it all the way through, y'all. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, y'all. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a video and whatnot, and so we can help reach more people. Like I said in the beginning, the self-love brand is available. I have a self-love journal that's available on Amazon as well to help you rebuild that self-love. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, on Amazon and whatnot. I also do one-on-ones over Zoom and such as well, y'all. Like and subscribe for more Mental